Thank you so much for buying a shirt or donating to us yesterday. It was pretty phenomenal to see so many Australians supporting the work that AIM's doing, but most importantly, supporting the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander kids that we work with across Australia. I thought I'd take you down memory lane, come on a bit of a journey with me. We're in the AIM head office at the moment. This is how many staff and our budget in 2005. So we had 0 kids, which then by the middle of the year in August, we had 25 kids. I'm Jack, by the way, I started it then, which was fun. And then 2006 we grew, so we had a budget, I think, of about $5,000. We got a grant from one of the university union funding groups. So what's that? Yesterday we raised about 230 grand, about 40 times our budget in 2006. So hopefully in 10 years' time from now, we've done 40 times what we've done now in terms of work. You do the math. 5 schools in 2007, 2008 we incorporated. 2009 we had a national launch which really went off. We had no universities turn up and couldn't sign anyone. Back end of 2010 we managed to hustle a couple of people to come on in Queensland and Victoria. Then kept rolling through. People started believing a bit more in 2011. By 2012 we were working with about 1,000 kids around Australia. Had 5,000 people liking us on Facebook or whatnot, and had an Oz story which we were lucky enough to lurk as well. And by the time we got to 2013, we started proving that kids going through the program would transition through to university employment and training at pretty much the same rate as every Australian kid. So it would effectively close the educational gap for the kids working with us. And then after that, it was time to keep scaling. So 2014, we had 4,500 kids that went through the program. 2015, we had about 5,000 odd. And then last year, we did about 7,000 kids around Australia as well. So the focus from this year and with the cash that you guys have supported us with is going to be to try and see if we can now focus in on the kids that we're working with and give them the chance to be able to take AIM and run with it. My simple theory is, all right, if we're working with about 5,000 kids around Australia or 6,000 kids, there's 160,000 Indigenous high school kids and primary school kids across the country. What I want to try and do is see if we can mobilise our 5,000 high school kids that are going through the program to pick up the AIM button and start their own version of AIM, their own mentoring program for local primary school kids, or start sister school relationships in remote and regional schools so we can get closer and closer to that 160,000 kids and hopefully do ourselves out of a job as well. So that's the game plan. We're going to focus on bringing one hero from each one of our schools to Sydney this year and giving them the chance to pick up the AIM button and be able to run it for local primary school kids. So we'll have more on that to report throughout the course of the year. We're also going to try and change the world and launch this thing globally as well and try and make both Australia and the world a much fairer place using mentoring as a vehicle. Thanks so much for coming with us. Keep walking with us as well. It's going to be an exciting period ahead, and the support yesterday was phenomenal. We're all going to work our asses off to make sure that we follow through on the belief that you've given to us. Thanks so much, team.